Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, I'm going to use Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. And let's go ahead and get in this. Things are a little all over the place, I'm noticing, oddly enough. It's weird. Not that they're that all over the place. Interesting how that's my first impression, though. Something happens there. Okay. This is okay. We had three face down cards. Both of the oracle ones are face down, which basically means either they're a secret or they're not going to really make sense until that moment actually happens. And I'll try to reiterate that when I get there. Sometimes they're advice cards, sometimes they're just warnings. It depends with that deck too. When you're going into this, you got the Two of Wands. Now, my first thought is you actively chose to get involved with this situation. Like you had a possibility, you could either take it or leave it, and you took it. Like you didn't have to be a part of this. Alright, so that's how you're getting into this. You didn't have to be. You decided this was for me, for whatever reason, and for some of you it was like to make the situation better. Like for others of you, you just thought, this is a good thing to be a part of. For whatever reason. Now, when I see you pulling into this situation that you're choosing to be a part of, and it could be accepting a job offer from what I'm getting. When you chose it, the reception was lukewarm. Some people were happy, some people didn't really want you there, but there was enough that you found a niche. A niche? You found your position. How's that? You found your spot. It seems like you were well aware of this. Some people were happy to see you, other people were like, well, we could do without. But it wasn't like, I don't feel like you took big offense to any of that if anybody felt like they could do without, because you're like, well, you don't know me, and it kind of has this click feel to it. It's kind of like, well, that's fine. It doesn't seem like it ruffled your feathers all that much. It's just kind of like, well, let's give it time and see how things go forward. So there's kind of like this lukewarm response as you get involved in this, and I'm getting like this kind of went on for a little while. You kind of did what you needed to do. It took a while for this to break, but what I'm getting is you kind of waited it out. You waited it out. I'm not getting a bad feeling with the Four of Pentacles. I just feel like you waited it out. You didn't do anything in a negative way. Although I don't see you really going over above and beyond trying to really impress people either, which actually I think worked to your benefit. You just kind of like, here I am. I'm going to do what I need to do, whatever it is. I wanted to be a part of this. Whatever, I'll go with the people who like me, I'll kind of gravitate towards them. The people who don't, I'll leave them be. It's fine, because it's not like malicious, it's just kind of like they could do without. That's the energy. So what I'm getting here is, as you kept going forward, the Karma card came forward for you, which is the Judgment card. People got used to you, the right people talked you up in the right places, things went your way, and I'm getting, you went from lukewarm response to people really liking you and wanting you to be a part of a situation. It's like something kind of, it's not the wheel, but it's like somebody purposely talked you up. Somebody said, no, the Pisces is a great person to have around, and this is why, and I'm so thankful they're here, and this is how they make things better. Somebody's talking to your favor. It's not the wheel. It's basically somebody is favoring you. It's favoring you and saying how good it is that you're a part of this, how much you add to the situation, that you're a great asset. And it's like that lukewarm response is now people love having you around and feel like you're an asset and feel like you're a great person to have around. It's like all of a sudden this wave of like acceptance comes in. It's kind of bowling you over is what I'm feeling here. And as that happens, I'm getting the Two of Pentacles. It's like this creates new opportunities for you. All right, so when these new opportunities pop in, this is where we have the first face down oracle card. All right, so fruition. Fruition is an interesting card in this deck because a lot of people see it as abundance, and I get that, but I see it as kind of like a lot of times it's like that the best crop from this season. For the situation, this is the best crop. This is the best moment you're going to have. You could end up with a couple more harvests after this, but this is far and beyond the best. This is the strongest. This is where you need to make your best decisions. This is where if you need to save some things and you're able to save some things for the winter, you need to stockpile them now because this is going to be your biggest bounty. And it's face down, which is telling me when it comes forward and the possibilities come to you, you're not expecting it really. It's in the realm of possibility, but exactly the level of possibility that you hit is more than you're expecting. Fruition is, especially face down, is telling me you're not expecting this much payoff. But they're also telling me this is the highlight of this experience. For this part, for whatever you're a part of, this is the highlight. This is the best it's going to be. It doesn't mean it's the only harvest you're going to get, but it's going to be the best, far and away the best. Now, I'm getting that you seem to catch on to this. Like, this is going to be probably my best moment. Maybe not the only moment, but the best moment. I need to choose very carefully. And what I'm getting here is the Ten of Wands. It's taking you a while to make your decision, and you seem to be allowed that luxury. You're allowed to choose. Now, I know this is fluid. Like, how long you're allowed to think on it, I feel like it's subjective to your situation. For a lot of you, though, it seems like you have a good amount of time. Like, you can have a very comfortable moment, weighing out the pros and cons about what you want and what you don't. It's funny because I do see like a couple of you like getting like a day and a half or something like that, but it seems to be long enough for you to decide because you seem to be like, all right, let me go through it real quick, and you know what you're drawn to, and it doesn't seem to like it's holding you too heavily. But either way, you got the Ten of Wands here saying, like, you're looking at it very seriously. Like, I have to make a really good choice. And even if it's squished down to that day and a half window, you're like, well, I need to make the choice anyway, and it's going to be one of those things I'm going to agonize over. So if it is, so be it. I don't really want to agonize over it any longer than I have to. But you take it very seriously. You seem to feel like I need to make a good choice here because it's kind of like you're standing in New York City and you're like, do I want to go up towards Maine where it's cold? Do I want to go straight across to Buffalo where it's still kind of cold certain times, but there's a lot of, like Niagara Falls is over there. Do I want to go kind of south where this is there? Do I want to go directly south where, Florida and all that other good stuff? Like, you're kind of looking at it like that. Like, whatever direction I choose, I'm then afterwards subject to the possibilities from choosing that direction. I think that's what I need to say. Because that's why I'm giving like this dramatic, like if you go from New York up to Maine, your possibilities are then colored by that choice. Like things out that way is what you get to choose. Like up towards Massachusetts and Vermont, like those are my new possibilities. Based on this choice, those are the choices I'll have later. If I go straight out towards Buffalo, all right, well then I have some Canadian possibilities. I can go south to like Ohio. My geography isn't always the best, so that's the possibility I have there. If I go down towards Florida, well then I have like North Carolina, South Carolina. I have some other possibilities that way I can choose. Like these, when you're choosing when you're choosing here, it's like it's defining what possibilities you'll have later, and that's why it's so stressful. Kind of like I'm going to close out all this, and these are the possibilities I have from here. So, or if I go this way, I'm going to close off both of these, and this is the possibilities I have in front of me. Like, and you know that. So, whether it's a day and a half or a couple weeks, whatever it is, you do search out answers because you have to. You're kind of like, you have to look into things a little deeper. You do your best with the time frame you're given. Even if it's kind of like online researching yourself and like sending people text messages or IMing them, whatever you got available to you, you're sending people messages and you're like, well, okay, so if I go down this road, you're looking at what possibilities are there, what possibilities are not, and you're searching it out. You got the Eight of Pentacles, so like you're really trying to make the best decision you can. Again, even if you have a day and a half, you're doing your best to see like, all right, so if I go up towards Vermont, what's actually there? What possibilities do I have over there? And you're searching it out. You're really taking a lot of effort. You have to, because you're like, once I make this decision, it's made. Then I'm on my way. I'm getting my supplies for that trip that are specific for that trip. Because if I'm going up towards Maine, I need cold wear. I need something to keep me warm. You know, if I'm going towards Florida, I need other types of gear. You know, I might need more of a raincoat type feel. You know what I mean? So you're putting a lot into it. All right, so this is in the environment, face down card. Star, which is telling me people really are optimistic about whatever you choose. People are behind you. People are actually, I'm getting face down the star card is like people are trying to pull you in a certain direction. I definitely feel like somebody's trying to pull you. Like they're like, come this way because they like you. And it's very alluring. They think that you can help their situation a lot. You're being pulled a certain way. That people want you. People are trying to entice you. They think you're a great asset and they want to pull you forward towards them. They want you. They want your attention. They want you to be a part of what they're a part of. So you're being pulled in a certain direction. Is this good? Depending on, you have to look at it a little closer. Like look at it closely. That it's genuine. It's genuinely feeling you're an asset. This is somebody who genuinely, maybe more than one somebody, who genuinely thinks you're a good asset to their team, whatever that is. But is it best for you? You're going to have to decide for yourself. They're saying there is somebody pulling your way, at least one, pulling your way. But are you going to choose that? Who knows? You got to go what's best for you. But there is this feel like it's very alluring. I'm not really sure if you should take it or not, I'm noticing. Let's go a little farther, because the ending is telling me this is going well. This is your last face down card. On your side, you are, again, you chose to be a part of this, and you're choosing what direction to go next. You're actively choosing. It's not like what somebody else says is best for you. You're not getting railroaded into anything. People are not coaxing you. I'm actually getting, even though there are people saying, oh, come on, come with us. We want you to come with us. We want you to be with us. I feel the will, and then the King of Wands is saying, all right, you're stepping back and you're being more objective. And you're kind of like, all right, I like those people. And if I choose that, that's great. That's great. But it's like you're stepping back and you're being objective for a moment. And you're like, I go this way 2 years from now, this is how it feels. 5 years from now, this is how it feels. I go this way 2 years from now, this is how it feels. 5 years from now, this is how it feels. Like you're going through it. And I feel like this is just like a confidence booster for what you're choosing. Basically, if you're not already doing it, which I think most of you are, I would recommend doing this. Just like, how does it feel after I make this choice? How do I feel 2 years from now? How do I feel 5 years from now? And just feel it out. And just how do you think you're going to feel? You'll immediately get your answer. I feel like you'll immediately get your answer. You just kind of like what you know of the situation. Like if you're still kind of stuck, which I feel like a lot of you will, you're just kind of like, it looks like there's a few good possibilities here. You go down to the few of them, then you just ask yourself, how do I feel in 2 years? Just relax it through and just see in your mind's eye, where do you see yourself in 2 years? You choose this. Where do you see yourself 5 years if you choose the same situation? And you go through each one, I'm getting you immediately get your answer. That's what it feels like to me anyway. They're like saying, don't worry about it. Just give yourself, just breathe. Just do the 2 year, 5 year thing if you're having a hard time. Because you got the Nine of Pentacles here. You're going to be very happy and taken care of. Go with the one with the best possibilities for you. Do what's best for you, and it works out for everyone. And I feel like that might be another thing for some of you too. Because you have family involved. Oh, this seems tricky. Because some of you have family involved. And it's kind of like, I make this choice, we all have to go. Like, if I make this choice, for some of you, you're making this choice and you're going to make a big move if you do. If you make this choice, it's going to cause your family to have a big move. I know it's not for everybody, but for those it's hitting for, I don't know, this is how they're saying. They're like, make the choice that's best for you and just realize you can pull in the rest with you. Because what I'm getting here is there's life in transition for everybody. And, 5 years from now, you'll be happy you did. 5 years from now, you will be happy you did. And I know it sounds selfish. I know it does. So, because I feel like some of you are kind of going like, yeah, but this one would like that and that one like this. And I know this one doesn't want to move. And if I go there, that one doesn't like this type of climate. I feel that going on. They're saying, choose what you want the most. What feels best to you. 5 years from now, you will be thankful you did. It will even out. It will cause changes, but it's meant to. So it's fine. That's what I'm getting with that Nine of Pentacles. They're saying whatever feels right to you, whatever you want to do, just trust that it's going to work out for everybody. because I'm also getting the sideline, like they're giving some information here. Because they're kind of like, sometimes no matter what you choose, with certain people, you're going to end up with the same outcome. So like if there's people in your family and you're worried like they're going to hit pitfalls and maybe they already have a rough time the way they're going, they're headed for pitfalls either way. That's what I'm getting. Like I'm showing the sideline. Like I'm seeing a person stay where they are currently, and I'm seeing like a teenager getting involved with some substance abuse, whatever substance that is. I don't want to get into that. But I'm also seeing you move. It still happens. They're like, this person has a lesson to go through, even though they're a teenager. They're headed towards a certain experience. They're going towards it either way. It's too late. It's not like too late. I don't want to say it that way. But it's going to happen. They're meant to overcome it, but it doesn't matter. You stay, you go, it still happens, is what I'm getting. Which I know might sound harsh, but that's what I'm feeling there. All right, are we done? All right, we're good. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.